Hey, welcome to the Black Knight Nation podcast. I'm your host, Sal Interdonato. We're brought to you by Higher Echelon. And today we have Army senior cornerback Bo Nicolas Paul joining us live to talk about the Army-Navy game. And Bo, thanks so much for taking a couple minutes. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely, my pleasure, Mr. Sal.
Hey, you know what? I was listening to your interview on Sirius XM yesterday, and then I find out every time I listen to or read something about Bo Nicolas Paul, I find out some more interesting stuff, right? And I just know the passion that you bring to the field and how much this the football means to you. Can you talk a little bit about that first and what this game means to you? Because I've seen it at the Army Navy game last year. I saw that at the Coastal Carolina game this year. What does this game mean to you?
Yes, sir. Football is just it's been a blessing my entire life, right? Football gave me structure, it gave me discipline, it gave me a sense of direction, a sense of purpose, and it's been a blessing to me. Since a little kid, it's been something I've been able to work hard at, and I learned a lot of life lessons through that, and football brought me here. To be quite frank, I mean it's a compilation of other things, to be able to be in this position. But at the root of it was football, and I love the sport, man. It's a beautiful sport.
Yeah, and you've given so much to it, right? And now this is the Army Navy game is the last time you'll take the field with your brothers. And I just is there any reflection there yet about that, or just the amount of work you put in at West Point, just to work your way onto the field to make an impact, in the defensive backfield and in the team? Has there been a reflection yet of that, or?
Um, sir, it's a fun balance because like I'm fully focused on Saturday. I'm not thinking about what's next, what's after, really right now. But as we're going through this week, like it's the week of last. So like yesterday was the last Tuesday, day before was the last Monday, before that last Sunday. So like the thoughts flow through there, but I kind of dead them, and I'm like, like there'll be time for this later. But like the main thing's the main thing right now and all of this week.
No doubt, no doubt. I kind of asked people this week. It's with Army Navy. We know that it's college football's most storied rivalry. We know how hard each team plays, but I was wondering. I think we talked about this maybe earlier in an interview, but who do you play for in this game, or who do you play for when you go out to the field? I know there's a lot of sense of family pride with you, but also, do you have any former teammates or maybe people that have served in the military that you play for in this game?
Yes, sir. So I mean, I'm a very religious person. So first and foremost, I play for the Most High. Then like my family, of course, but most importantly, man, it's the long gray line. Like that stuff is real. So like the people I met before I came to campus, while I was at the prep school, and throughout my whole career, and then the seniors to the right and to my left, all the underclassmen, all the recruits that I talked to, like, it's just all of those people. They're in the back of my head. Like every time I'm on the field, like every time I come out here, like okay, like I got to be my best self for everybody else. It's the brotherhood is real. It's very real, and that's something we emphasize here.
You're one of the emotional leaders on the team, in my opinion. Is that something that you kind of had to grow into, or is that something the person you've always been, so to speak?
Um, that's been me. You know, uh, just I play with a lot of passion, a lot of emotion. Coaches say I wear my emotion on my sleeve, and it's been a good and a bad thing at times, but that's just been the type of person I am my whole life. Like when I'm in it, I'm all the way in it, and people gonna know, they gonna feel it around me.
Yeah. This being first off, I want to congratulate you on being the college football network's all independent first team as a cornerback. I mean, yeah, I mean that's really saying a lot of that of your play, right? And I know it started from the beginning, right? And with all due respect, Bo, in that Louisiana Monroe game, I'm watching it on TV. I'm watching it at home. I'm like, the defense needs a big play. Yeah, they need a big play in this game. And there you are with that pick six, right? So that's how you started the season. How would you like to finish your senior year, would you say?
Yeah, just with a win, man. With a win. With a win and knowing that I did my job to the best of my ability. Whatever comes with that. Yeah, I mean, big plays come with doing your job. You never have to force anything in the game of football. You don't gotta do nothing special, nothing out of your body. Just we have very good coaches. You know, me especially, you know how I feel about Coach D. Like, if I go out there this Saturday and I do everything he's telling me to do to the best of my ability, great things will happen and we'll win this game, and that'll be the perfect ending.
Can you talk about Daryl Dixon as maybe as your position coach and maybe as a mentor to you?
Yes, sir, man. He's awesome. He is awesome. Coach D is awesome. Just his knowledge of the game, and then the passion and the effort he puts in behind it. It's, I mean, I don't know too much about like how coaches move around and stuff like that, but I'm confident that he could coach at any level with the game of football. Like he's awesome, man. I can't boast about him enough. Like he had a hell of a career himself as a player, and you know the way he's able to utilize what he knew and learned from back then, and just keep up with the game as it changes, as it evolves. And to me, I just feel like he's always a step ahead, and he has an answer for every question. Like, and I'm the type I ask plenty of questions every day. Like he always has an answer, and then just the way he's able to understand me and my style and who I am as a person. You know, some people may be rubbed the wrong way, but like Coach D gets me, and like he works, like we work, our relationship works, and you know, like we produce on the field, and it's not just me; it extends to everybody in the secondary. You know, so you mentioned the first team all conference, but as a secondary, we won secondary of the conference. You know, that speaks a lot on the players, but especially Coach D, who pretty much runs that show. So he's an amazing guy. You know, I love him to death, and with me and him always gonna be locked in.
Yeah, no doubt. So you're playing against Navy, right? We know they like to run the football, but and as a corner, you think that would mean, there's a lot of responsibilities in that, right, Bo? And it seems like you take stopping the run to heart. You've laid a couple heavy hits this season, no doubt. I mean, how much do you, yeah, you got to play your role. You know, you got to do your 111s, but how much do you kind of enjoy it when you're going to play these academy games when you know there might be a little bit more than just pass coverage involved, or?
Yes, sir. I talked about this yesterday too a little bit with the academy games. You know, I do enjoy them more. You know, I treat everything the same from practice to the games, but with the academy games, you know, it's more thinking involved, and it's a little more complex. Big picture, but little picture, you know, like you study your film and you watch the film over and over and over, and then you think back to like when we used to see the triple option every day, like what keys and the mannerisms, you know, the offense would give you. And then like once you're able to break that down and you're able to see exactly what only you need to see, it becomes simple and you can play very, very fast. And then you can make a lot of plays right there up at the line of scrimmage too at that, you know, which is always a good feeling when the offense isn't going forward. So, you know, I really enjoy it. It's the academy offense, like it's not something everybody in the country just knows how to stop. So, you know, being able to stop that, it comes with a sense of pride.
No doubt. How many times do you think you've watched Navy film? I mean, is it over and over again, or do you know that defense so well that you don't really have to do too much of a deep dive into it?
You never get complacent, man. You never get complacent. That's when you stop progressing. You know, whenever I have time, whenever you know I need to make the time, I'm on film. I watch a lot of film. To be quite frank with you, it doesn't matter who it is, what their record is. I watch a lot of film. I like to just best prepare myself and my teammates. You know, and we'll say we watch film together. We discuss things that one person might not have picked up on, and film is it's a crucial part of game prep.
Do you have any friends on the other side, Bo? Do you have any friends that are people that you know on the Navy side of the field, or is it just you versus the midshipman on a Saturday?
So I know a guy who's kind of like an AI, like a grad assistant coach right now. Masai Maynor. He played in the game last year. He was a quarterback for them. But outside of that, I don't really have any friends over there, nor am I looking to make any before Saturday.
Exactly. But after the game, I think no matter who wins and no matter who sings second, there is the respect factor, right? There's a big respect factor in the Army Navy game, maybe more than the Army Air Force game. I will ask you about that. But can you just really talk about the respect factor for both teams?
Yeah, I mean the Army Navy game is bigger than football. You know, it's about service, duty, honor, country. You know, all the men and women of this country. You know that we'll end up fighting for, and that if need be, we're all willing to pay the ultimate sacrifice for. You know, so the respect is there. You know, between the whistles, you playing a game, you know,
We lost Bo a little bit. Do we have you? We can't hear you. We're gonna let you go, Bo. We really appreciate you having you on. Yeah. Thanks a lot, and good luck on Saturday.